Hi guys, so we're going to talk about graphing inequalities today. It's three parts of graphing you need to know. So you need to know how to graph an equation of a line in order to graph an inequality, and that would be this line right here. You see? Then the inequality part. If it's greater than or less than, it's going to be a dotted line. So for instance, dotted line because it's greater than. And if it's greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, we call those solid lines, and it just looks like a regular everyday line. That means any coordinate that falls on a solid line is a solution. Any coordinate that falls on a dotted line, even though it falls on the dotted line, not a solution. Next is the shaded solution. This is the most important part. We're going to spend the most time on this today. So when I say shade, think solution, right? When I say shade, think solution. In an inequality, and you test it. That's what you do. You pick a coordinate where the shade is, and you test it. You pick a coordinate where the shade isn't, and you can test it too. But I'm going to teach you that you don't even need to check. Once you find one that works, you don't have to check the other side. We know it doesn't work. So here it is. Y is less than or equal to 1/2 x plus 1. I'm going to test this coordinate 1, 1. So that y becomes a 1. It's less than or equal to 1/2 1 plus 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1/2 plus 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1.5. That makes sense. Say it out loud. 1 is less than or equal to 1.5. Yes. And it should make sense because that's shaded. Do we have to check the no? No. But we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to check this coordinate here, which I wrote wrong. It should be 0, 3. 0, 3. 0, 3. So 3 is less than or equal to 1/2 times 0 plus 1. 3 is less than or equal to 0 plus 1. 3 is less than 1. That's a no. You don't even have to check other yeses. We did just for fun. We did check 0, 0. I love 0, 0. It's the best one to check. So going on, we checked this solution. So we did 0, 0 should be a no, and negative 5, 3 should be a yes. Negative 5, 3, you get 3 is greater than negative 5 plus 4. 3 is greater than 1. It's a yes. Now, just for fun, what happens if you check the no? Well, you go through it. So for this one, 0, 0 happens to be a no. I love checking 0, 0. It's the easiest one in the world, and it's the one I always check. If I can. As long as the line doesn't go through 0, 0, I check it. Yes or no. If I check 0, 0, we get, for this particular problem here, you get y is less than 1/2 x plus 2 minus 2. 0 is less than negative 2 if you follow this math through. That's no. 0 is not less than negative 2. So that would be a no. That means you shade the other side. That's how you do inequalities. And then when we go up to the next level, you are going to have to start doing them when there's two inequalities. Inequalities would put some of the answers up in this quadrant here. Two inequalities, you graph two of them, shade them both. That's where the answers overlap. Answers overlap. What happens when there's no solution? That happens. This is what it looks like when it's no solution. The shade goes up for this line, the shade goes down, there's no overlap. So everything we've learned up to this point was getting you ready for inequalities. Here's what you need to do for inequalities. You need to graph the line, either do a dotted or solid line, and then test one side or the other. If it works, yes, and you shade it. If it's a no, you shade the other side.